everyone. What is up? It is time for the Let's Talk Stocks show. I always got to chuckle when I say that, man. So here it is. Kind of predicted this, but there were some things that I still got nervous over the weekend. So here we are. The Dow was down 577 points. You remember I said it was like, hey, are we setting up for a Black Monday? Because I immediately went in on Friday and sold puts. Basically sold puts, bought puts. I usually sell. I bought puts. Once I seen that Uber IPO I was like, that's it, man. That is definitely the sign, or not the sign, of the bottom of a market. So I just went in and bought puts, and my timing was messed up though, so I was a little worried. If you was paying attention on Friday night or Friday afternoon, the stock market started ripping. Let's pull up the 5-minute chart real quick. A couple of days here. So here we are. So we got his Friday right here, and all the way to the right is today. Oh man, look, we're about to crack a new low. Look at that. Look at that. We are knocking on the doors. Anyway, so let's get a little closer. Right here, is I sold some puts somewhere, bought some puts right about here. Somewhere around here, the market was going down. I was feeling good, and then it started ripping, and I started feeling like, oh man. But I actually did a couple of things. I sold some. I turned it into a vertical, right? So I sold some puts, and then as it was going up, I bought those puts back, and I was like, I had eight straight out puts bought and 4 verticals. So I was super short the NASDAQ, and on the Qs, by the way, the Qs, but the same chart basically, because I'll pull it up. Let's do it right. Let's do it right. Wow, man, look what's happening. So here we are. So yeah, I bought the puts around here. You see, look like drawing little levels and stuff. And it was going up, and it almost scared me out of my position. So today, I always still felt, I was like, man, this market is going down, man. There's no way. And, I was looking at these candles. I was looking at how it's on the bottom of the Bollinger Band. These are reversal candles, but it's like weird because it closed, and then I guess it went up, down. It made a new low, made a new high. I guess this was an outside day. Basically, it looked like it was going up, especially into that close, that hard close. It was like a 400 and something point rally. It was insane. So I had 8 puts, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get killed on Monday. I'm either gonna get killed or I'm gonna be celebrating. Half my face got ripped off on that, and man, I found my face back. There it is, and I even got a smile along with it. Because, yep. So those puts came in handy today. As soon as the market opened with the volatility kind of high, I just turned it into vertical. So I sold 8 puts. Right underneath. So let me see. You can see my Q position. I'm able to bring it up here. I had some other Qs going on. This is not my Q position. Yeah, I guess it is my Q position. It's saying that's what, I'm going to make 1,296, but I was already losing. I was already down like $1,000, so I made a couple of thousand today on that Q, and I'm just going to keep it as that. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep it as this right here. This is where I'm going to, because I still feel that the market is going lower. So you see I have the stochastics, something. You can see I have the not the stochastic, the Fibonacci's drawn, and you see how it just broke that 23.6 Fibonacci, and I just think it's gonna drift lower down here to that 38.2. Lots of support on that 38.2 right over here, right here. So I think this could be the magic turn right there, and that will bring us to, let's see if it does get there, about 10% down. It's perfect. That's like the correction, they say. Correction territory, right? 10%, 20% bear market. So, yeah, yeah, anything over 10% is correction, right? So anyway, that's a good spot for it to bounce. I think it's going there. It just seems it's weird. The gap downs, these right here, these particular candlesticks. I was waiting for it to partially fill this gap. It's not even trying. Look at that. Look at how it gap down. Huge gap down. Slightly up and it is just going sideways. Has no intention of going up. And then we're looking at new lows. I mean, we just hit a low of the day 5 minutes ago. So when is it going to turn? Is it going to be lunchtime, noon? Who knows? But I do think we are super oversold. Pull up the hourly. I mean, look at this. Look at all these gaps. It's just incredible. I mean, it's eventually going to turn or do sideways or do something, So I did that, and then I sold some calendars or bought calendars. I don't even know how to say it on Amazon. Okay, so look at this hanging out at the 1830. See, I need to just do a separate video. I need to do a separate video on specific trades that I'm doing. It'll help me talk myself through the trade and kind of show you some of the trades I like to do. So volatility is up. So here, let me do Amazon, right? So here, I think I got all kinds of positions going on. I got some long-term positions, so I'm not going to look at that. Let's look at this short and long. So here's my, come on, draw. All right, so here's what's going on. All right, this is live, and it's just live, and it's just the way it is. All right, so I sold a May 17th. That's this Friday. A put, the 1820 put right there, right? So that purple line is Friday. Okay, this is the profits. Where if it were to close anywhere within here, from between that red line and this red line, the trade is profitable. And you can look at the blue line to see how much profits I would make. So if as I move my cursor left and right, you can look over here all the way to the left, just above my head, and you can see how much I would make. Oh, I just lost my light. Right, so if it were to close at $17.90, I'll be up $1,038, and that's not bad. I mean, that's still a nice chunk to go down. If it were to rally up to $18.80, I'll make $64. So I played a little bit on the downside. You see the trade right here has a little negative delta, right? So that means, as it goes down, it's more favorable. Let's put it that way, because it's basically delta neutral. It doesn't matter if it goes up or down. This thing is going to make money. Look at the data, $147 a day. So I plan on taking this thing off about maybe just make 400 of it. You know what I mean? So you're probably asking how much can I lose? I'm kind of scrolling out to the end. Yeah, I think it cost me $4,100 to put that on. So 41, let's say 41.41 if I think, because I think that's what it was. 41.41. No, say, what did I say? 400 divided by 41.41 is 9%. Just looking to make a quick 9% on my money, right? So I could let it go longer, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid of this market because volatility is going up. Cashmatic, man, what's up, man? You look down. No, man, doing good, man. Remember, I sold those puts. And I didn't think I was going to get rewarded like this. The Dow opening down 500 points. I just thought we just kind of, 100 points, 50, something like that. So I wind up just turning them into verticals. But crypto blasting off. I heard, I don't even know how to trade crypto. But it's 7,000 now, I believe. And I remember it was 3,004. I did a video back when it was coming down, when it was like the 6,000 mark, and I said it's going lower. And I did my little technical analysis. It was actually a pretty good video. And sure enough, that thing went down to 3,000 or something like that. Now it's up to 7,000. But now it's starting to make the news again. And, you know, I don't even know how to bring it up on the charts. I mean, sorry. I would like to look at it. I think I pulled it up on FinViz. But I don't know. I don't know. I just don't. I'm afraid of that. You know. I don't even know too much about it. You know. I'll just be like following the chart lines. But that was crazy. Remember how every video you used to watch on YouTube was the commercials. The leading commercials was Bitcoin, and a lot of YouTubers that knew nothing about Bitcoin was talking about Bitcoin, and you was hearing it all over the place. And that's when I knew to get out, even though I wasn't in. My girlfriend knows nothing about nothing. She came home and said, "Hey, my boss said buy Bitcoin." Yeah, he was telling me. I was like, "Oh shit, that's the top. That's the top right there." Sure enough, it was the top. It was like 20,000. So, and I wish I could have put a trade on. But when you have somebody talking to you about Bitcoin that knows nothing about Bitcoin, stock market, mutual, nothing, yeah, that's time to sell. That's total saturation right there. Message held for review. This is weird. Come in. Oh, okay. You can't. Your message got hidden. You can't put like links in there. I guess. What did you put though? Commie cat. There. CoinMarketCap.com. Okay. Know nothing about it. I'll check it out. I'll check that out. Is that how you trade it? Or are you advertising something better? Let me go over. Let's check it out real quick. The hell is this? Oh, is this how you bring up the chart? Chart. Oh yeah, yeah. Look at that. That's nice. Look at the volume. I mean, the volume is higher than it was when it was at the peak. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know how to shrink this. I don't know. It seems like it's going up a little too steep for me. You know, like it's damn near like straight up when I was on that all right here. See how it's coming down, going up, almost straight up like here. Now it's going straight up again. I don't know. Does it just go up halfway and then come back down? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to make that run. I don't know what to make of it. But volume, the first thing that caught my attention was look at that volume. It's the same as when it was at the peak. You know, so maybe it's already time to get out. All right, so where we go? Back to the chart. So what was I going to talk? No, it was a good weekend that it went down. I sold everything and everything. No 401k, all of that stuff. So I'm not getting back in until maybe we make new highs or we just super low. I'm just going to chill. I ain't going to let the market take all my money away. I just watch it every day go down, 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 down. And I still put money in. I'm just not going to be invested. I mean, just look at that. I say this all the time because it's almost obvious where it's going. When you look at this picture, it's just going down. Look at this right here. Here to here, right? Then, you got your distance here. So A to B, B to C, that's called C to D, right? Then A to B, B to C. We're going to have another one of these. Look at the timing. It's, I don't know when it's going to turn, but the space between here and here is the same. I mean, so everything is in patterns, and that's what I see. I just don't see us, going higher anytime soon. Look at the stochastic right here. What am I on? SPY? I mean, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm trying to draw. Yeah, see how it's in a downturn? Let's look at the last time it was in a downturn like this. Come over here, right? October 1st. Look at that. If you could cut the chart off. Could I scroll over here? Look all the way to the right of the screen. right? Doesn't that look like today? Kind of like today. Look at how the stochastic is breaking. Look at the candles, right? And you'd be like, oh yeah, yeah. So come all the way over to today, and it's the same thing. Let's bring it to the end of the screen, right? And this looks like, that means if it's like this one, this candle right here that we're working on for the weekly is going to be a big candle. So that's my thing, man. That's how I look at it. I just look in the past and see what's similar. And in stock, especially charts that go up and down, it's the same thing. It's just repeats, wash, rinse, repeat. So that's what I'm seeing. If you could look at, there's a couple things like this has the potential, even though this is a big gap right here, for a huge upside down head and shoulders, even though this is a little far away. So say it comes back down to here, the same length of the shoulder, and then goes back up. Maybe that's super bullish and we're going way up, for new highs. Or if it just doesn't come down or not, if we can get a high or low, we don't want to, a lot of people say, oh, we got to test this bottom. We got to test this bottom. Do we? Do we got to test it? A lot of times we do have to test it, and they're only saying that because that's what usually happens. So we zoomed way up. Seems like we're a little too far away to test the bottoms, but with this market, you never know. But I'll tell you, if it does reach that bottom, you probably definitely want to buy there. But hopefully it bounces. If it doesn't bounce, OMG. I mean, there's no support until what? Oh, man. Yeah, so we definitely want to bounce there, if it does try to go way down there. And that's only, get my, hold on. Yeah, that's only, it's about 25% down. There'll be a bear market. Everybody's running. There'll be fund liquidation, hedge fund liquidations, and all that stuff going on, and it'll be pretty scary out there. And generally, that is the time to buy. That's when Warren Buffett be buying, right? Someone better. I really recommend you research Ripple. Thanks for the great live stream. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I heard about Ripple and those Experian, or I heard about those other ones, but I don't even know about Bitcoin, and that's the popular one, right? But yeah, I heard about all of those others. It's just kind of like not my thing. I don't know. Maybe something to buy and put it in a drawer. You get emails with these scammers saying, hey man, if you don't do this, I'm gonna, pay me off in such and such Bitcoin. And I don't know. It just seems scamish. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Could I buy something at Walmart with it? I don't know. It just seems scamish. And then I heard some firm got ripped off or something they stole Bitcoin with electronic something. I can't remember because I slightly read about it when I hear things, but it kind of goes through one ear and out the other. So anyway, yeah, I did calendars on Amazon. I'm afraid to do anything because I know that we're at a point where the market just can rip either way. I mean, it's just, yeah, so like, they saying one tweet away and the market's ripping, just like Friday. It just ripped the other way out of the blue. And you would thought it was going to be a guaranteed up day with that momentum, and that was insane. And then it gapped down even lower than yesterday. I mean, that was a huge bull trap. That trapped everybody. People can't, so people sold out of their position probably, and then boom, they losing money today. I mean, even if you look at it just needs that pullback. It just seems like it's just going to be nonstop coming down. I just hope the rest of the week it's a slow come down. I'll show you the reason why I traded it, because if you look at right here, in this yellow, it says MMM. That's the market maker's move. It says 31 points. They thought it was just going to go, about a 31 point range. The thing is down 62 points. Okay, so they was way off, so I'm thinking that it might kind of retrace a little bit, So it was down 60, maybe come up 30 to was this 35 to about 65, somewhere around here. Try to fill that gap and then maybe crap out again. So that's why I did the calendars. So maybe it will just here we go. So it comes up to 60 in this area and then crap out again, and hopefully it close somewhere in here. And as you can see, max at this peak right here it says $2,500. You know, these is how I've been making most of my money, but I'm afraid to put them on. It pays good with the volatility up, but I'm afraid to put them on because the thing with volatility, stocks move. That, you know, some people say, "Oh man, volatility is great, I love it," but you know, because you can get further out with options and get higher premiums. They higher premiums because you can get blown out. Stocks move. You know, I mean, and it's already down big time. What was this thing? 19. It was closing in on 2000. It's already at 18. So it just wants to retrace some of that coming back. Yeah, so I'm just afraid. So I'm just gonna chill. I think I did the smart move. And I will tell you the story. So I was gonna make a video this weekend, and I was gonna oh man, I didn't feel good on Friday. After that rally, I tried to recover, and you know, I saved some, but I still experienced losses. And what I noticed, I was gonna say why. What I noticed that I was doing wrong is I'm listening to these jackasses on the news, you know, blah 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 blah, and it kind of got into me. I need something to drink. It got, you know, it started affecting my trading. So you can't listen to them. Give me 1 minute because my water is over there and I'm going to go get a bottle of water. Hold on. All right. Mouth is getting this dry. I just ate some cereal. So yeah, you can't listen to them. I mean, everything is the opposite of what they saying. Or, I mean, this stuff is happening, in my opinion, for technical analysis sake. Period. Nothing about no tariffs, Trump tweets. It's all built in. That's the market's always looking ahead. It's not a last minute thing. And then if it ever becomes a last minute thing, that's when it's going against you hard because it wasn't priced in. The market's always looking ahead. So it's like I said, it's not coincidence that all this shit is coming out and we add a double top. It's right. It just happened to be a double top. Watch all the good news when it's time to bounce. How it just changes. So if I just close that out, I could focus on where it's going, because I really should have picked it up. If you look at yesterday, I'm going back to Friday. What did I notice on Friday? Trying to find right here. Let me zoom in. Let me clear all of these lines. Watch this. All right, take away this red bar. I can't do it, right? So you have the market coming down, hits the lower Bollinger Band, beautiful, whatever you call these candles, these hammers, or whatever. And it's always good right there at the bottom of the band where it's coming out. So bounces, it's bouncing. Stochastic was kind of, I think it was about to turn back up. It was volume was good. You know, I was like, I should have just got in. I should have been buying calls. And I guess that's what everybody was doing. They was just getting out of their short positions, I think. Then it fooled everybody. It just gapped down, and now it's going down. Gap down and continue. I mean, look at today's action. They're not even trying to rally this thing. And that always tells me that it's going lower. You know, it's just crazy. So, what was that Uber? It's over $37 now. Oh my gosh, man. Look at this. It's down 10%. I mean, oh man. I feel sorry for the Uber people. No, actually, they the ones, I guess, that made out. They sold their shares, their company for $45 a share, and ain't nobody making money off of it. I mean, it opened below. Nobody made money off of Uber unless you bought it in aftermarket and sold it short. I mean, it's been going down ever since. Oh man. But you know, they wanted to come out higher than they actually did. They came out on the low end of the range, and you know, look at Lyft, $48. Oh my gosh, $48. Let me see what this thing is. So we know it priced at 72. Let's bring it down here. Get as close as I can. That's close enough. It's down 34%. That is crazy. Okay, if you was the one that bought it at the high and you still got it, you're down oh shoot. I hate when it does that. You're down 47%. You already lost half your money if you was one of the ones that bought it in the aftermarket because you was listening to them jerks. And they're like, oh man, it's a great company, buy it. It's got a good future, man. Now, yeah, they losing money now, but they're gonna turn it around. They got autonomous cars, and you know it's gonna be great, and everybody's gonna be taking Uber and Lyft ain't nothing but a cab that you just call. Instead of calling like this, like a taxi, you go like this and it comes. That's the only difference. In my opinion, that's the only difference. Why is it such a big thing? Why is it such a big thing where they think this thing is going to take over the world? We just going to stop driving our cars and go in Uber. If you look, it's expensive to take those Ubers and Lyfts, and they're not even giving the money to the driver. You know, they're giving us lots of coupons to use, and, you know, that's when I use it. If I don't want to take my car somewhere and I have a coupon, I'll jump in there for $5 or whatever, you know, but it depends. But we're not all getting rid of our cars to ride Ubers and Lyfts. They're cabs. They cabs. Instead of calling, we just touch it on the app. What's the difference anyway? Yeah, okay, there's my rant. But they preaching it like it's the next best thing. What? Because the autonomous cars, that's the only way they're gonna make money is when they do get rid of the driver. So once that happens, then go ahead and invest in them. And they'll probably mess that up too. Gosh, look at Uber, man. I feel sorry for you if you bought. If anybody bought. We go to a 5-minute. Look at that, just up, little hype. Remember, it opened below the price, okay, and then it just gave up. Just gave it up. So, what are we doing? What are we doing this week? Like nothing. For my trading to work for me, it has to be steady markets. I know volatility is good when you're selling options, but you know, if you pick the wrong, like say you sold something yesterday out of the money, you would have got you're underwater today because it was down 500 points. Because that's what happens when the volatility is high. These things can move against you pretty fast. So I actually like lower volatility where I know I'm not going to wake up in 500, 400, 300 point drops and blah 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 blah, and just slowly get the pennies that the market's leaving me. That's how I like to trade. Yeah. I really make it. Yeah, okay, I read that comment already. So only person we missing here is Double D. Where you at, man? Double D. Anyway, I think he had some puts or some call spreads or something going on against the market. Yeah, so I'll just bring it back up. And I think I sold Google, which I know I'm too soon. Yeah, look at this thing, straight line down, and. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, man. Just the other day it was $12.96. $1,300. It's already down 13%. What is it at? 11.28. Anyway, I sold the zoom in over here. You're looking at the Fibonacci cluttering up the charts. I sold something like a 1090 1080 calls put spread, and I think it's gonna get there pretty fast. I don't know. I was like, I'm early, and it does look like I'm too early. I thought Google held up pretty well during that turmoil, and let's go to the 5 minutes or the 15 minutes. You can see it held up pretty well, pretty decent. So we got the big gap down. It was coming down, so I was like, you know what? It's probably gonna try to fill. It's not. It's going straight down. It's going straight down. My other favorite was CMG Chipotle, 680. That one's going straight down. Probably to 650. I mean, it's like nothing is working. You see Apple getting crushed because of the tariffs. They think they're going to be a huge beneficiary or payer of the tariffs because they get all this stuff from China. And they're down. I lost my mouse. They're down $10, man. That is huge for Apple. 5%. Yeah. So if you see Apple kind of, get some stability, maybe it's time to get back in. But they're down 5%. That's huge for Apple. Woo. Just looking at the ticks. Yeah, we just had 1,000-point tick, 1140. Just not too long ago. So yeah, it's giving it up, man. It's not ready to go higher. It's cool being short. That's why I covered those positions quick. But the market, when volatility is up, it could rip in your face. You have crazy ass bull runs in the bear market, or whatever you want to call VIX. Crazy ass upside. So I had said in Friday's video that, here's my line, and the VIX kind of came back in. I was like, man, it's still high. It still could run. Look what happened in these areas. And sure enough, it's bouncing back. Because generally, this is a time when the VIX is high. That's another reason why I shouldn't listen to you. It's time to really start getting in, or, getting rid of your shorts and stuff. You want to short when VIX is low. You want to buy puts when the VIX is low. Sell them back when it's high, but how high are we going to go? That's the question. But generally, this is not the average, this is way above average high. So you don't want to take on too much of a position. If you see the VIX start to pull back in any strong fashion, maybe 5% or more, maybe it's time to get in. So those are the things I'm looking at. Look at that gap up, and it's just staying up. I mean, I think the market towards the end of the day is going to sell off all the way into the close, to where the last tick is the low of the day. What do we got? Double D. There you go. What's up, man? Did you make out? Didn't you have some kind of puts going on, or call iron condor? I have some iron condors on the SPX, and I sold the call side. I probably put them back on lower, and it's kind of killing the trade. Yeah, I got a couple on, so it's kind of hard to read this chart. Maybe I can pull them up one by one. See right here, this is where we are, 28.11, and you can see I just got until 27. Yeah, I could lose 1,700. 225 is what I can make. That's not good. I think it's going right down to it. Let's look at the next one. I'm right here, so it's 28.11, and then 27.37, somewhere in that area is where I'm going to start to lose. I mean, they're still in there, but I'm afraid it's a big cliff here. I was only trying to make a couple $100. I don't want to lose like this one. It's 28.11. My break even's 27.75. I was only trying to get, what does that say? $332. I'm already down $542. That's the pink line. That's today. And the most I could lose is $2,668 from just trying to make $330. So I have to do something about that. I can't just watch it fall over this cliff. I'm hoping we have some kind of bounce back, but it's just been like we did Friday. So I was like, I want to make out on some of my positions. But no, we didn't have no bounce back. I don't want to really get out of it while it's just straight line down. Maybe you want to bounce back, try to do something to it, So like if I sell some calls just above it, I think the market's going to rip tomorrow or the day, So I'm just kind of holding on maybe for a bounce, but they all still good if it were to close today. But I don't know. Anyway, so that is what I have going on. Double D, I am still Got your SPX Iron Condor on, looking sexy right now. Picked it up. Picked it up Friday. Expires today. Super wide wings. All right, good deal. Now watch. I think the market's gonna, at the end of the day, if you didn't hear me, I think it's gonna go down hard. It's gonna be crazy selling into the end. So I hope you're far enough away to sustain that, and maybe it'll even be upside. I think it's gonna be crazy at that last hour where it's gonna go one direction. I don't think it's gonna go up, but I think it's gonna go down. That's good, man. You mess around with like the 5-day iron condors. Am I correct? Like 5, 3. Seems like everything you put on is really, really short. Because I need to try that. I like the short ones. Like that's why I do the calendars. I buy a 30-day call or something and sell that same week call. To try to gain on that premium. And maybe those wide wings. What did you say? You picked it up Friday. Expires today. Super wide wings. Yeah, maybe them wide. So you got like the big boy iron condors, I guess, with the really wide wings. So maybe that can be my new thing. Damn, look at it. Look at the market. It's going down. It's new lows. Dow was at 633. Amazon 823. 1823. Yeah, I think this is going to bounce because that whole market maker thing I was talking about. All right, I'm waiting for Double D's answer. I guess once I get it, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. So, no, but I'm doing good. I ain't losing money. A lot of people's losing big money. When the market's down 630 and your mutual funds, 401ks, where you're not really trading, you're losing big money, especially if you got some kind of serious cash in there. If you have 100,000 in your your 401k, right, and we're down 2.5%, you lost $2,500. That's crazy. So a lot of people's losing money, and if you could make money or just not lose a lot of money, I think that's good. So so I'm all good. I'm happy. I like making money, but maybe I'm not as happy because I'm not making the money, but I'm not losing it either. I think on my other account, I'm up almost like $1,000, and then this account, I think it's just flexing all over the place. Those SPX are killing me, the ones I showed you, and I got to do something about those. I might just close the position. That's generally what I do. I just close it out, and maybe I'll roll it out and down because it seems like I'm fighting something, and I don't know. It just seems like this market wants to go down hard. Once people start getting convinced, they'll just start selling. Remember, because especially with this one, we was up so hard. People, I'm trying to type it back in. Wow, look at that. People want to protect their profits. So all of that run right here, people is wanting to protect that. So they want to be getting out. This looks like, when you just look at it, this area right here looks like where it wants to go. And that is almost right about now. Yeah, let's look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, so this could be a good place to buy right now, although we in between those Fibonacci's. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Let me look. I'm looking at the video, and it's kind of playing in 10 seconds ago. So now I got to go back to the weekly, and you look at this the stochastic, man. That's just shows that this wants to go down. It's still, it's not separated. I like that separation, but it's in that area. It's starting to just tank, just like here. And who knows? Friday, I'm just looking at this candlestick right here. I'll listen to the media, and they're like, oh man, a great killer rally, blah, blah, blah. And this is the only thing that gave me hope, where I was like, you know what? Because I was short a lot that the market's going back down, because that whole week was indecision. That's what that means. It's like a doji candle. It's indecision. That's bulls and bears fighting, and it was a tie. It looks like a little bit to the bull side. So I was like, oh, who cares if it rallied hard? It's an indecision. And it gapped down. It didn't even fill the gap. So I was like, I think it can go lower. I just didn't think it would go down 500 points and then some. Because the news that's out, China raised the tariffs, and we knew this was going to happen. It's not news. Okay, they did it. All right, so but what I think it is, how Trump was like, China, they're going to pay. They're going to pay those taxes. I'm raising it. They're going to pay. No, they don't pay, Mr. Trump. They don't pay. We pay. We pay. The importers pay, not the exporters. So if you ordered a bunch of Chinese pens for $50,000, when they get here and it's time for you to pick those pens up, you're going to pay 25% on that. That's how it works. So, he lied. And maybe I think people are realizing, oh, wait a minute, we pay. And then maybe that's what's going on. It's kind of like he said Mexico was going to pay for the wall. I mean, can you picture your neighbor knocking on your door? Hey, man, I'm going to get this fence. I'm going to get a fence around my property, and you're going to pay for it. Can you imagine that? Well, yeah, that's the Mexicans with the wall. So, we should be used to how he talks. Look at the run. Something happened. You see the spike right now? This is what I'm talking about. Just when I'm about to end it, pull up the minute. I'm looking over to the right. Over above my head, you could see it a little better. So we're spiking. Maybe this is the bottom, but now it's turning. Anyway, but that's what happens. It just spikes hard. I remember I saw this on Friday, and I was like, it's just going to be one of these. Man, that thing went up 450 points, and I was like, So you never know, man. It's just ready. It's just ready to snap back anytime. Anytime it can snap back. So that's why it's scary to put on these positions. He's getting shorter and shorter. Double D says, I'm getting shorter and a shorter. I have 8 delta end of day before expiration, with the thought that the market is setting to its median at the end of the day. Okay. Yeah, man. The 8, so you super wide to get a good premium on 8 deltas. You're super wide. What's the delta on your call? What's the delta on your long position? And then I'll go ahead and end it, because let's do a mock trade on SPX, and I think this is the index he's talking about. So is he talking today? So I guess I'm right. So I guess I am right side of expected market moves. I've been making about 16 to 17% lately. It's going to keep working until it doesn't work anymore. That's right, man, because that other 83%, wait a minute, you've been making about 16 to 17%. So basically your 83% basically probability, right, of success, but that 17% that, can kill you in one trade if you don't get out in time. So if you make 90% of your trades, generally 90%, it's kind of weird. The options are priced so efficiently. If you make 90% probability of success, and you're betting $1, like $1 wide, that means you're gonna make 10 cents, the other 10, and you're risking 90 cents to make 10 cents. So 90% means you're gonna get 9 out of 10 trades right. So basically, you're going to make 10 cents. You're going to get that 10 cents 9 times, 10, 20, 30. But that one time you don't get it, you're going to lose 90 cents. Well, guess what you made the last 9 days? 90 cents, 10 times 9, 90. So it's weird how it works. So you always got to you've got to protect yourself from getting that full loss on that one time that you're going to be wrong. I hope I explained that right. I know Double D, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I gotta try something like that. I'm afraid because I just look at the risk, and I can't get too risky. I gotta keep it small. But I look at the risk, but I know that's where the money's at. So I've been doing wide strikes, but not going that far out because the premium. Because then you got to get wider, and I'm like, oh man, I'm risking like 5,000 to make, 200 or something like that. It's crazy. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and good luck on that trade. Oh yeah, I was supposed to. Well, I'll do it another day. I'll do it another day because I don't. I need some more details on the trade. Excuse me. All right, so thanks for watching. How many people we got in here? I got 5 people watching. You guys, hey, that's pretty good for me. That's pretty good. Thanks for joining, you guys. Got Double D Cash Money, Someone Better. Go ahead and, if you're still here, hit the like button. I appreciate that. So, I was going to say, I keep on going if you'll throw me some stocks or whatever. But no, I'm not getting anything. We talked about Bitcoin. Oh, Carlton Way 1. Sorry, man. I missed you. What's up, man? I missed those smileys. I still got you making one. Yeah, I'm just looking back, make sure I didn't miss nobody. $46. Yeah, so I usually go about 55 minutes. I think it scares people out of watching the video. So, yeah, I gotta go ahead and I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna go play PlayStation, play some NBA or something because I wind up over trading and just messing up. I totally messed those probabilities up, Double D. Because the one thing is with them, you're supposed to put the trade on and let the probabilities work. Let them work. I F it up. I F it up all the time. So that's why. Anyway, I gotta like not do nothing. As you see, I'm letting those SPX run, and it's starting to kill me. So I guess I am right side of expect. Oh, you said that already. Same on both. I keep working. Yeah, I figured that out. All right, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it. So I thank everybody for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. I think, let me show you what I think because I don't think I even did it. Let's do it real quick. We'll use the SPX. That's the S&P 500. You see, I got it's the 1 hour. I drew the fibs from the bottom, from that December 24th low to whatever that high was. Let's just say April 30th. We're flirting right there at the 23.6, but usually we never stop there. And that's a 5% decrease, so that's pretty huge. Usually that's not the one we stop at, though. So, and we did pierce below it, especially on the other indexes like the Qs. You see how we pierced below it? The rut, I think, pierced below it. So the SPX is holding right there. Oh, I didn't draw it on this, but look, God, man, the rut is getting killed. You don't get stuff from China. Damn. You see how that breakout? Remember, I said in my videos, I said if the anticipated breakout doesn't happen, it goes hard the other way. It goes hard. I said that in several videos, and that's exactly what's happening right here. This breakout was beautiful. Let me bring it to the thing right there. That was beautiful. And I said, if it doesn't go, if it fakes out, it goes hard the other way. So I'm thinking this is going to go. It'll go touch that resistance down here. So I think that's where that's going. The SPX is right on that Fibonacci, the 2811, but I just don't think it stops there. I think it might hang around here a little bit, but I think it's going to break even lower to maybe this 2722 because that's where the support's at. There's a little bit right here, but that's the mix. It's in there. So I think that's where we're going. It's 2722. That's good support. We had a touch there. So I think that's what I think is going to happen. That's my guess. And let's see. And that's also the 10% correction mark. So it's pretty significant. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right. I don't know what I'm talking about. Remember, I'm not all super technical and whatnot, but that's my best guess from looking at charts and stuff. All right, so thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah, thumbs up. Appreciate you. This is Dre. This is Stocks. I forgot the name of it. This is Dre, the Let's Talk Stocks Show. And I'll be back tomorrow to do the same thing. Appreciate everybody watching. Good luck on your trading. See you.